Hey, Brendan Sano with Knowles 24/7 here doing a quick scouting report on three-star running back Jashaun Corbin from Melbourne Holy Trinity down in the Central Florida area. He just committed to Florida State on Monday afternoon. Florida State's third running back in his 2018 class. As you can see here on the 24/7 profile, Corbin is ranked 382nd nationally by our composite rating. 24/7 our evaluators have him at 350 in the class of 2018. You can see kind of a slight difference there between the number 8 all-purpose back by the composite rating, 7th all-purpose back by the 24/7 rating. And kind of what I'd like to do is just go over some of his skill sets, and we're gonna have the highlight video for you here, and some of his strengths, weaknesses, things like that, and basically just how he fits in at Florida State. All right, so starting with the highlights here, there's Corbin taking the ball at quarterback, and right away you can see the speed, the athleticism, the size, there, the balance. Just a guy who has all the physical traits you want in a running back. He's listed at about 6 foot, 194. Here again, you see again speed. I really like his patience as a runner. You can tell he's a superior athlete. Um, Watch him here. The vision to see the lanes opening up, and then boom, quick step and accelerates. So he's clearly better than the guy he's playing against. He's toying with guys, which is what you're expecting at a lower level. Uh, but his mature running style, I think, stands out. And again, here, just raw athleticism. A guy who's just frankly bigger than everyone that he's going up against. This is probably one of my favorite Corbin plays in this highlight package. You can see him at slot receiver there, kind of fumble the ball. It's not a clean catch, but his ability to pull it down and then accelerate quickly. Florida State is looking at Corbin as maybe a slot wide receiver. I think that's part of what is enticing about him as a prospect. That's why Florida State does like him. It's because he's not only a running back, but you can see him maybe being a receiver because he has the size, the frame. He actually does catch the ball pretty well, routinely either out of the backfield or Melbourne uses him in the slot a lot. And there's also the ability for him to play defense. Again, you see the size, you see the speed, you see the athleticism. So in terms of a versatile prospect, a football player, that's kind of what Florida State was looking for to kind of add those type of chess pieces. I think sometimes we talk about this on the podcast. We try to peg guys in a certain role right away. This is talent acquisition. This is Florida State trying to get a guy that it thinks has all the requisite strengths and talent that you look for in an athlete. And the fact that he has good vision, he has good instincts, he can move really well, he's big, he's physical. So I think in that sense, Florida State goes and gets a guy who fits in really well. There's already a couple players at running back in the class, and James Cook, 2018, the younger brother of Dalvin Cook, and then Charles Strong, a big 6 foot, 230-pound running back. Uh, Florida State has shown, in this past class, it's willing to take running backs. It's willing to take a couple of them in a class. You see Laybourne and White along with Cam Akers. But here, I think Florida State gets a guy in Corbin that's pretty versatile and can do a bunch of different things. For them, if it's not at running back, he'll find a way to contribute at some capacity. But certainly, upside is there for him to be a really good college running back. You can see the physical tools there. It's just going to be a matter of how he develops in the next year, and I guess kind of physically where he's at when Florida State brings him into campus. But for me, I see a guy who's clearly a running back coming in, and again, you have kind of the parachute there if it doesn't really work, to where you can kind of try him out in different areas because he's been a productive player at both a slot receiver and defensive back as well.